Student loan debt has reached a new high. It is second only to mortgage debt, even outpacing credit cards and auto loans. In fact, 45 million Americans owe money on student loans to the tune of $1.5 trillion. So it's no surprise that borrowers, of course, are falling victims to scammers who promise a quick payoff. So, how can you avoid becoming their next victim? We're happy to have our friend Ed Herman with us today from the law firm Brown and Crouppen. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good to see you.
This is so scary because I'm at the age where this debt is crippling so many people.
It is. The debt's bad enough in and of itself, but to have these companies scamming people, and there were two companies that were just busted by the government, this Mission Hills Federal and Federal Direct Group. So if those names sound familiar to you, you should be a little bit worried right now. And basically, here's what they did. They promised that they can get your student loan payments down. They promised that there would be loan forgiveness at a certain amount of time. If you didn't have it paid off by a certain date, the rest of the loan would be forgiven. And what they did was people contacted them and handed over all of their username and passwords to get in contact with the Federal Student Aid website. And then what they did was just deplorable. They changed all of your contact information, your phone numbers, your addresses, so that the government, whoever was collecting the debt, could not contact you at all. And then they took some upfront money from you. They told you, great news, we've got your payment down to X. You're going to start sending it to this address instead. They started sending them invoices. Person thought they were paying their student loans.
Right.
They just kept sending money every month to this company. And, of course, the real people who were owed the money had no way of contacting the debtor. So in some cases, months went by, in some cases, years went by. And unless a person took the time to check their credit report and see that their student loans had gone into default, they would have had no way of knowing. They just kept making payments thinking it was fine. So to make sure this doesn't happen to you, because just because they caught these two companies doesn't mean there won't be a copycat. There always is. If anybody is, first of all, asking for upfront money, it's a scam. Don't do it. You're not allowed to do that, and you should never have to do that. If they're telling you that they can make large amounts of debt vanish after a certain amount of time, let your good instincts kick in and tell you nobody is letting that kind of money go. Who have you ever known in your life? You know, maybe your family, but even them, who knows? Just says, oh yeah, you know, don't worry about that money you owe me. It's not going to happen. If you really do need some help, and there's a lot of programs, just go to the government's website, the student, aid. .com, or slash repay. They'll put you on there's like 4 or 5 different repayment plans. You can always switch repayment plans at any time, and if you're in a really bad situation, you can apply for a forbearance or a deferment if need be.
So for people watching at home right this moment who maybe has a family member, a granddaughter, a child who has a lot of student loan debt, what would you suggest that they do to make sure this does not happen?
I really think, there are no easy answers, but you can get all the help you want for free from the government's site. I mean, they have it set up for you, and they're really pretty flexible. When I first came out of school, I wasn't in a position to start making huge loan payments. I called them up, and they put me on an income contingent program where they just based your payment on how much you were making. And then eventually, when you start making more, you switch to another program that keeps the payments where you want them to be. They're very flexible with it, but there's just no easy answers, and there's no quick outs. I promise you that.
And you can do that all through the government without the help of a third party.
Without the help of a third party, and for free. They offer the help for free.
Well, this is a lot to take in, and it's scary thinking that this has happened to people.
It's very scary. I feel bad for anybody because you can easily see a person, we're so trusting, and a lot of times they'll even use a government seal on their website, and you think, oh, well, this is affiliated with the government. Anybody can copy a seal. You just, you can't trust it. That's the world we live in now, and it's pretty sad.
It is pretty sad. But something that's happy is that it's your anniversary with Brown and Crouppen.
18 years ago today, I started. At the time, I was the youngest attorney in the firm. I was only 29 years old when I started there, and now I'm 47 years old, almost 48. And here it is. Back then,
you are.
We only had 70 people back then. Now we've got 250.
Well, we sure appreciate all the hard work that you've put in over the last 18
Thank
years.
you.
Thank you very much. And of course, if you want to get in touch with this guy or any of the many people over at Brown and Crouppen, you can give them a call anytime at 314-222-2222 or visit their website at getbc.com.